Hello and welcome to our short web training. And today our main issue is how I can update a GY-HM600 from GBC or the GY-HM650. So I want to introduce you step by step how you can do a firmware update on this kind of cameras. Well, first of all, we need to have some preparation for the camcorder itself. So first of all, let's have a look what you need to do it. Well, for the camera side, and let me switch to the camera on the side here. Of course, you have your camera on the side. You need to have an empty SD card. What we do with this, I will explain during the update process. You need to have a charged battery inside the camera, and of course you have to use the power plug already connected to the camcorder. That's for the camera side, and you need not more. But you need to have the firmware, so how you can pick up the new firmware from the web. Of course you need a PC connected to the internet, a laptop or a fixed machine, it doesn't matter. Anyhow, let me show you how is the procedure for downloading the information. Let's have a look to my PC and make a full screen for you. And I open our normal web browser, like the Internet Explorer. So, and you know that's my home base. So you have to input www.gbcpro.eu, and you will come to the European website. Here is an important information for you. When we're talking about a camera update here for the European area, and you have a European camera, which is simply mentioned by the camera type as a GY-HM600E or GY-HM650E at the end for Europe. Please make sure you use only firmware which is made for these cameras, not for the American version of this camera. If you do a wrong firmware on this one, your IT capability will not work here in Europe. So make sure you do always use the firmware which is mentioned on our website here in the European country. Well, you are on the main page, which you can see here. Click to the creation area. And then you come to the main page and go to the support area here. Click on the support, and then you have to input here the model number. In this case, GY-HM650, which I use. You can also input 600 of course. Low or lower letter case doesn't care. So go to search, and you find the result here. So keep in mind, if you are a European area, your camera must be a GY-HM650E. Click on this, then go down to product software, click there, and then you get the latest software information or firmware information for this camera. Click here to the file name. Then please enter your name and all the other data. These data are secure in our hands. It's just for us important who is downloading this software, who has used this software, and if there is, for example, something special issues, we have a choice to send you an information regarding firmware, version, etc. After you have downloaded the file, your file will be as a zip file on the machine itself. In my example here, I use a folder which I made on my drive, on my main drive, and is called here firmware. It's made by myself, and there is my downloaded file. Maybe in your terms it's on the download area. It doesn't take care actually where you place the file when you have downloaded. This zip file, and I will delete the other one first quickly. So this is the file which you really download. It's a zip file. Please extract all the files You can change the position if you like, but I leave it as original. Say extract, and now the file it's unparked. You can see there is a new folder. Click into it and you see the private information here. This is additional information. It's a written information in English how is the update process. If you do the update at the first time, you can listen to this video, but also take care to look about the written information, just to make sure you do the right thing. Well, now we have our firmware on the PC. But on the PC, we need to transport it to the camera. Well, let's go back to the camera. As I mentioned you before, you need an SD card here, which should be empty. It's very important that this SD card should be formatted in your camcorder, not on the PC. This empty card, please put in any slot you like. I put it in slot A. Camera is on. And I will show you what I do to format this SD card at first. Let's have a look to the camera itself. So here we can see the menu structure, and allowed me to jump into this picture to explain you what is the next steps. You press menu on the camera side bottom. You're coming into the main menu. Please go down to the system. Go down to media and say format media. You can see the camera is automatically recognized here, the empty SD card in slot A. So in my case, you can see there's already some content on. Make sure if the SD card is not empty, you see file information here. If you press format, all data will be deleted. So make sure you have the right card. Okay, in this case it's okay. I do new format on the card A. So ready, you see it's a quick action, it's done. Okay, we go out of the menu. Let me go back to the camera on the side. So I will remove now this SD card. So, and then we move this to the PC and copy the file on this card. Here is our disk, our SD card, already in our PC. And now copy the private folder. Only the private folder here. Say copy. Select the SD card. And you can see there's already the folder exists. Don't take care. Go into the empty area. Press the right mouse button and say paste. And now the system says, oh, there is already exist. Say yes. And say, do you want to overwrite all items? Yes. You want to overwrite all files? Yes. Copy and replace. So now the new firmware is copied to the SD card. Okay, we are finished. Close it. Close it. So, and now we have the file on our SD card. This is important. So now all PC works are done. If you have no reader, you can go to the internet shop or to your next shop. You can have a card reader if your laptop mostly the new laptops have a slot for this kind of SD cards. If you're not, maybe you have a card reader in any kind of form which you can buy on the computer store. Well, let's look to the camera back. Here's our camera. So I want to do a little bit of return. Well, make a summary. We formatted this SD card inside the camera. We have downloaded the files from the internet. We have copied the files to the SD card. Now it's our preparation for the camcorder. Switch off the camcorder, no power. So make sure that you have a charged battery in and you have the power connection to the camera. This is very, very important, because if there is a power failure during the upload, your camera will be damaged. That's the risk. So make sure that the battery is charged. Make sure you have a stable connection here. That's the only thing you have to take care of. By during the update process, and I'll give you a little bit more straining to the camcorder here. Let me move that a little bit up for you. So it's very important that all information about the update is not showing here. This will be dark, will be not worked. All information for the update process you see only on this viewfinder, only. So if you start the update process, this will be dark, all information is here. Now in my case, I use the SDI out, so you can follow up the procedure. So again for you, make sure that the battery is there, the power is there, you have already the files on the SD card, and keep in mind the information will be only on the electronic viewfinder, not on the LCD side panel. Okay, let's have the next steps, how we can start or tell the camera she should do update. Let's go back to the camera. Well, in case of the camera side, we have to look about to the side knobs. To start the update process, we need the push outer button and we need the menu button. Again, this button, and we need the power knob. So how we do this? The best way is you use your fingertips. Take the finger, the hand like I have here. Take this one to the push outer and take this to menu. Both has to be pressed at the same time. Push and then use the other hand and start the camera. Please hold this position for about 10 seconds, roundabout. After this, you have entered the update menu process. Again, press and hold both buttons and switch on the camera. Hold that for 10 seconds and the update process is there. You can easily see when you switch on the camera, and you see here it's dark and all informations are here. How this information looks like, I switch here. You can see this is the information right now, and let me overview my image into here. This is the information which you now see on the LCD viewfinder. Well, the camera already told you what is to do with your SD card. The camera tells you please insert and update the media in slot B. So we take our SD card here, move that into the card in the slot B, and again I'll show you quickly, the slot B is here. Okay, and then the process starts automatically. So the camera starts to read the content, and when the reading is done, the camera switch automatically to the update version. So okay, I have to input my firmware. Here it is. I input the firmware. The camera starts to read the firmware, and in a few minutes you can see the firmware update starts. Let's have a look to the back side quickly during the update. During the update process, still the LCD viewfinder is stuck. You will have no information. Please don't worry, the camera is working fine as long as you have the information here. And this light LED is blinking. The update will be finished when this information says update complete, and both LED, this LED and here's another one which is dark now, will be flash, both will be flash green lights, and then the update process is done. So that takes a small while, small issue. Let's go back here and let's look to the update in process, the background. Well, why we doing this kind of updates? You will have a nice benefit of these updates because we listen to you guys, which you're using the camera in the field, and maybe you have some ideas what we can improve or what kind of features you want to have. That comes on a wish list which I will present to Japan, and we have a discussion what is important depending on the wish list, and then we try to implement your wishes into the camera. In case of the GY-HM650, there is another important point. As you know, some of you know already, the 650 has a lot of IT technology, which is also web-based, like GSM connection, Wi-Fi dongles, adapters, all this stuff. But as you know, they need driver for this one. And time by time, we have new adapters coming to the market. We like to implement them. New GSM adapters somewhere country of the European area. So we try to implement them. But as you know, when you buy a dongle, you always get a CD-ROM with you, or you have a driver version, you have to update your PC. The same here in the camera. So if a new adapter is coming, it has to be updated. So we sent it to Japan, it will be implemented, and then a new firmware comes with supporting these new kind of adapters. The list of the new adapters you find on our website. New list of GSM adapters also you find on the website. And visit our website regularly, in regular terms, like let's say every 3 months or something like that. Visit our site and have a look if there is a new firmware for your GY-HM600 GBC camcorder. So, and that will improve the quality or more features, etc. So it's a big benefit for you. And actually, it's quite simple to do that. You see the update is running in the background here. Give you a little bit more information here. It takes a while, about 3-5 minutes, and then you have the new firmware inside the machine. Let's wait a moment for this one. By the way, if you have any question, please contact us, your dealer, or contact us at info@gbcpro.eu. If you have any questions, or we can help, or ask your dealer for supporting you in your questions, you're very welcome for any kind of question, and we hope we can improve our product for your need, for your daily business. So as you can see, we are shortly to finish version. So that's real live video here. This is not a fake whatever. So we do that really live on the product itself right now. It's not tricky. So we have to wait until it's finished. It's very important that you don't break this process. Otherwise, the camera be damaged and needs to come in our service. There's no way that you can recover the camera from your side. Well. So that's the information. Our firmware update is finished, and let's have a look to the camera side quickly. So here's the back side, and you can see on the back side now the update is finished. Both LED are blinking green. That's okay, that's fantastic. So now what you have to do, switch off the camera, disconnect the power, so the power is away, and remove the battery shortly so that the camera gets off. Now remove the SD card. Remove it. You can push back the battery if you like. You can use up the power. Switch on the camera. And you are ready with the firmware update. Well, let's have a quick view how you can control or how you can check which kind of firmware you have on your camcorder. So you are in normal camera menu, as you can see right now. I press menu, go to the system, and go down, or you go up, and you're going to the system information here. Just simply press, and then you can see which kind of firmware version is on the camera. In this case, you see here, this is a prototype firmware. That's not the regular one. In your case, the newest firmware for the GY-HM650 and the 600 is version 205. This is the regular firmware for you. Well, the update process is done and everything is ready to go. As final, let's make a verbal short summary what you have to do. You need a charged battery, a stable power connection, you need an empty SD card, you need to format the SD card into the camcorder. Go to our website, go to the support area, input your camera type, GY-HM600 or 650E for the European area, download the software, copy the software to your formatted SD card, overwrite the files, then go to your camera, and shortly, just to remind you, take your camera and to start the uploading process, make sure the camera is off. And here again, I show you the bottoms. Close them on closer. Here we are. So use the push outer bottom, this one, and the menu bottom here. Both you have to press here, you have to press there, press it, and put power on to start uploading process. As final, if it's started, the uploaded process is not showing on the normal screen. If you hold these bottoms, these two fingers, hold it for more about 10 seconds, otherwise it's not there. So very important, again, no screening here, that's dark, information only on the viewfinder. Input in slot B, the SD card with the new firmware, and the firmware update starts. Well, after that your update is finished, and that's it, and hope everything works well. Keep in mind, on the file when you have downloaded it from the web, you have also written information in English language for you and follow up step by step. The only critical point is the most mistake maybe what the customer makes is that they're thinking the camera is not working because the LCD viewfinder is dark, which is normal, of course, for this update process. So I hope it helps you a little bit, so you can forward and return this video and have a look to make the process right for your update on your machine. Any question, give us a ring. Take care. Goodbye.